All right, we are drawing to the close of the 12 episode arc that I've been doing on the 12 masterclasses I'm giving this year in 2024. Each masterclass has a different topic. There will be one a month. If you're interested in registering for those classes, there will be a link in the description. Today, we're talking about food cost and how to control the cost, but not cut your quality. Welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach, author of 5 food truck vending books, including Food Truck 101 and Food Truck 201. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business. Table Needs welcomes you to listen in as Christian and Tracy, co-owners of Restless Coffee, spill the beans on their debut year in the food truck scene. Uncover the secrets behind their secret menu, how they continually provide stellar customer service, and why building a strong community following is so important. Click the link in the episode description to watch the video for free. Controlling food costs is a big deal to food truck owners. It's going to be your number one biggest expense. If it's not number one, it's going to be number two, right behind labor. Those two things added together are going to be between 50 to 60% of your total expenses. So if you bring in $10,000 in sales, most likely you're going to have $5,000 between your food and your labor. That leaves you $5,000 to pay all the other bills and have some money left over for yourself. So what I want you to do, or what we want to do, is understand food cost. And all food cost is everything that goes to the guest. So think about handing out an order to your guest. What is in that order? You got paper products, you got utensils, you got salt and pepper packets, then you got food, you got napkins. All of that counts as your food cost, even though technically it's food and paper. But for our purposes, whenever I say food cost, I mean everything that's handed to your guest. That is food cost. The very first tip I got for you when we're going to try to reduce food costs is making sure that you are buying smart. So this is before you ever even touch the food. You want to price shop and quality shop. Where can you find the best price for the quality that you determined is what you want to sell? And don't be afraid to go to 2 or 3 different stores. Because in order for me to get the lowest possible food cost, we have 4 different places we shop. Some of the places that we shop actually carry some of the products we buy from other places because of their being inexpensive somewhere else. For example, we buy from Cisco. Some stuff Cisco has really, really good prices on. Other stuff, they don't. We buy products from Sam's Club. Sam's has some of the food that Cisco carries as well as some of the paper products. Sam's doesn't always beat them, so we're having to bounce between the two. To throw a little bit more in the mix, we also shop from a place called Paradise Paper. They sell paper products, but some of their paper products are not cheaper than Sam's Club or Cisco, but some of them are. So we got one of those 3 places that we're shopping all the time. And that doesn't count the grocery stores that have the deals on meat products from time to time or Walmart. So there are different places you're going to end up shopping. So don't be afraid to shop around. You want to be super wary of overstocking. A lot of food truck owners order or shop from the office. And what I mean by that is they go to Sam's Club and say, well, I need this and I need this and I need that. And they didn't even bother to look and see what they had on the food truck. Before you ever go shopping, you need to look and see what you got and get in that habit. You do not walk off the truck without preparing an order to place at Sam's or Cisco or US Foods or wherever you're going. Don't wait till you get in front of the computer and go, yeah, I think I've only got 2 packages of sausage. I'll go ahead and order another case. When really you had 2 cases. You don't want money tied up on your shelving. You want money in your bank account. And then, of course, if you're buying a lot of produce, buy it frequently throughout the week rather than once or twice a week. You got to manage your menu. We talk about keeping your menu lean and keeping it focused on just a handful of different products served in a way that impress your guests. There will always be something that doesn't sell as well as the other things. If you sell 10 different products on your menu, you're not going to have a 10% break across all 10 of them. There's going to be something that sells 20 or 30% and something that only sells 5%. So you need to think about, do I need to drop that product that only sells 5%? Keep your menu lean and keep it exciting so that people are buying exactly what you're selling and not wanting more than you sell, but certainly not avoiding a product because, well, it's just not really that good. Just because you like a product doesn't mean it needs to be on the menu. Make sure you have portion control in place. And I'm talking about portion control for everything. You can go out of business by over-portioning ketchup and mustard if you're a burger truck. Because if you overportion those two things, you create a very wet burger, which is going to be messy, going to be sloppy, and it's going to taste more of ketchup and mustard than it tastes of the other condiments in the burger meat itself. For portion control, you're looking at pumps. You're looking at spatulas that are a certain size. You're looking at spoons. You're looking at using scales. Whatever food product you're selling, you want to be consistent from guest to guest. And the only way to do that is have portion controls in place at every single step of the process to assemble and cook your food. You want to focus on reducing waste. A lot of people don't even think about waste, but there's a lot of ways that you create waste. You buy a 25-pound bag of tomato, or 25-pound case rather, of tomatoes. You will not have 25 usable pounds of tomatoes. The same with onions. The same with any vegetable that you're taking off roots or skins. You buy it by the pound, but you can't sell 100% of what you buy. You want to make sure that you're reducing that as much as possible. You want to make sure that products that you cook and has a cook down, like brisket, for instance, you're tracking how much you're losing so that you can tweak your cooking process or your prepping process to reduce the amount of cook down that you have for that product. A lot of brisket owners or brisket trucks are telling me 50%, 60%. And if that's the case, then you want to be consistent with that. You don't want to have a 70 and a 40 because there's a problem with one or the two of them. It could be both of them. Always be tracking how much it weighs when you cook it, how much it weighs when you bring it out of the oven. You need to have some type of prep system that tells you for every 10 burgers we sell, we need to slice so many tomatoes, so many onions, have so much lettuce prepared. And it needs to be real numbers. You can't just wing it and go, yeah, I think I'll cut 5 pounds of tomatoes today. You only cut 5 pounds of tomatoes if you consistently sell, not waste, consistently sell 5 pounds of tomatoes. Because what you'll find is if you don't track your produce production to your actual sales, your waste will drift up without you knowing it. Because you'll get used to cutting those 5 pounds because, yeah, we cut 5 pounds every day, and then some of them get thrown away. But tomorrow you're going to cut 5 more pounds because that's what you do. And then you'll end up having to cut 7 or 8 pounds because you'll end up wasting it. And you'll start to find yourself running out. Then you go, crap, we're running out, so we need to prep more. When really the problem is you're just wasting more. You always got to monitor and adjust. Talking about that prep work. Always keep an eye on it and then adjust it. Don't be afraid because it can be tedious, but it's going to be well worth it. You want to keep that food cost under control. Now, a couple other things on food cost control. Besides waste, you want to make sure that everything is accounted for as a sale. So it either goes into the waste bucket where you account for the dollar amount that you wasted, or it's a sale. If somebody come up and you're going to give them a sandwich because they're a very loyal guest, not a problem. It's still got to be rung up so that you can account for the sale. So you ring it up and free it off. Your employee meals, ring it up, free them off. Or if you charge your employees 50% discount, same deal, ring it up, 50% discount. You have to, in every single instance of a article of food, whether it's a little teeny tiny ounce, one slice of tomato, where is it going? Is it going in the waste? Is it going on a sandwich? And when you start to track in that kind of detail, you'll start to notice patterns to be able to help improve your overall food cost. And again, if you're interested in taking the full 2-hour masterclasses I have for each of these individual subjects, there's 12 different subjects we're talking about this year. You can go to the link in the description to register for those classes. Thank you so much for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you're finding all the information helpful to your food truck business, please become a monthly supporter of the podcast. Just hit the support button or follow the link in the description. Every little bit does help keep us going. Join our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. We have a whole bunch of awesome members at all different levels, from brand new beginners to decades-old veterans. They've all got your back when it comes to helping you with your food truck. And again, thank you for listening. Come back tomorrow because I got plenty more to say when it comes to helping you and your food truck business grow.